Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be carrying on with Pentiment. Let's load up our save. So I had a comment, I think it was on episode 5. I'd already recorded up to episode, and including episode 7 at the time, but they said that they were finding the writing sound effects on the text a bit off-putting, so I have dialed that right down. They're still there, but I've put them at about sort of 20% volume, and they were on 100% volume before, so hopefully that'll be a bit improved for anyone who was likewise struggling with that. So here we are, where, Andreas, as far as we know, is burned to death. So, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know how many years have passed since that happened, but we could explore a little bit. Snow is creeping down the mountains. Winter will be here soon. I can't remember what voice I gave her anyway, but I think that she's going to be a mainish character. We'll give her a fairly neutral voice. I can smell the anise on the breeze. It reminds me of when I was little. Let's go and look at the Abbey, because that might have undergone some major changes since we last saw it. It looks a bit, it looks a bit dilapidated, actually. I'm not sure we can even get in it anymore. I think it's closed down. Burned down, was never rebuilt by the look of it. It's quite interesting. We're going to the shrine still, though. That means all the monks have gone. The hand of St. Moritz. The poor Clares take care of it now that the Benedictines are gone. Yeah, the monks are gone. Well, I'm glad we killed Brother... Oh, I can't even remember his name now. The one who was horrible to us all the time. Guy. I'm glad we killed Brother Guy when we had the chance. I think the convent's still here, though. They'll probably looking a wee bit old by now, I would imagine. Might be some new ones. Who's this? Franziska. We've not met her before, have we? God bless you, Magdalene. Marguerite's still here. She's the blind nun, isn't she? Hello, Marguerite, it's Magdalene. Oh, Magdalene, God bless you. You don't normally come to the convent alone. What brings you here? Not that you're not welcome, of course. It's always wonderful to have visitors. I had some spare time and thought I would say hello. Oh, well, hello. Ha! It's good to hear your voice, though. I enjoyed when outsiders visit the convent. Do you miss the outside world much, sister? Yes, sometimes. I miss the other Benedictine sisters especially. She'd never admit it, but Sister Lisbeth had the most wonderful voice. I always stood next to her if I could. Why stay then? Why didn't you leave when the Benedictines left Kiersau? Ha! Truth be told, I was too frightened to leave. Kiersau was my home. I didn't like the idea of becoming accustomed to a new place. Learning the convent's ins and outs was hard enough. I never went outside the convent much anyway. I know where everything is here, even if it's changed over the years. Sister Gertrude had already planned to stay too. The garden always needs tending, and 2 hands make light work. Besides, I can't leave Mousefanger behind. Or Mousefanger's still going? Surely not. Of course, she truly is Queen of Kiersau. Has the convent changed very much since the poor Clares arrived? Yes, the food is simpler, and some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening is the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorium, but I've enjoyed learning the sisters' new customs. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my chores. Of course, sister. Apologies for interrupting. Not at all, Magdalene. Bless you. Okay. I'll talk to Gertrude. God bless you, Magdalene. Oh, it's pet son of Mousefanger. Oh, it's the son of Mousefanger. Oh, no little kitten. Oh. 3rd generation Mousefanger there. Okay, well, that's all that seems to be able to do. We can do up here, so... I mean, I'm guessing that the other entranceway into the abbot's house is probably closed also. Have a quick look. Yeah, yes, it's It gone. They rebuilt the windmill. I might go and see if the charcoal burner's still there. I can't believe how quickly the leaves changed this year. Look at the flies coming out of that squirrel. It's nice to see some green this time of year. Horsehound is one of the few plants that grows year-round here. Got an achievement for that for examining 10 flowers. Oh, Václav. And there's Smokey. It's nice to see some green this time of year. Horehound is... Was that not a horsehound before? Horehound, okay. Hello, Magdalene. Let's go and talk to Václav. Hello, Magdalene. They've got slightly gruff voices because of the wood smoke. We can go into the church. Mary, Mother of Jesus. Her painting has been here as long as I can remember. So that's the labyrinth. Much else to do here? No, not really. I just wondered if the nun who was in the cell is still there. Can't look in the window. We go up to the mill. I'm interested in exploring and seeing what's changed, seeing as it's been probably a fair number of years. And the Mueller house, you know, Mueller died. So we still got Elsa. Anna, Ulrika. I remember Elsa. Anna must have been quite young, I'm guessing. Hello, Magdalene. God bless you, Magdalene. They're all Irish. Ulrika. Oh, talk to Ulrika. Magdalene. Hello, Ulrika. Hello. What are you doing? Watching? Very well. Keep up the good work. Work, haha. Just like Mum. I will work now. Okay. Yes, they're still here, but obviously... there's someone called Andreas. There's Sus, I think that is. Please comment and let me know if I've mispronounced that. I think it's Sus. Oh, what a good boy. He's a good boy. I love petting the animals in this game. In case you haven't guessed yet. Oh, we've got little Andreas. Hello. Oh, we've got a choice. Good day, Master Mueller. What are you up to today? Drawing? Anything interesting? No. Secrets. Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Well, the mill seems a happier place these days since the horrible guy... I don't know. We assume he died. I don't think we saw him die. Quite possibly burned to death. Oh, Martin Bauer's house. Maybe to get to the bottom of his potential secret identity. Hello, Magdalene. Is that Martin? Oh, he's getting on a bit now, isn't he? Magdalene. Empty house. Poor Attilia. Hans Bauer farm. That used to be the Johann Bauer farm, didn't it? I guess Johann's gone and Hans has inherited it now. Hetty's still around. Hello, Magdalene. Hey, Magdalene. This is Simon, and Hans is, kind of the farmer now. Hey, Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Hans. Did you need something? Kraft hasn't bothered you again, has he? Or gotten into some other trouble? No, he's been fine, mostly. Good, that boy's a thorn in my boot. He's lazy, arrogant, doesn't care for his family. He'll bring shame to the Bauer name one day. I avoid sticking my nose into people's affairs, but Martin... Anyway, didn't mean to complain. Until later, Magdalene. Until then... So we go to the Gertner farm, which I probably will do. Let's tour that as well. I want to see if Il Peter's still going. Blimey, he is. Magdalene! God, he must be about 100 by now. We can go in the Gertner house. We've got Veronica still around. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. We can go up to their bedroom. Let's check it out. Ah, the memories. Not much to do up here, though. I wonder where Big Yorg's got off to. Not have a place of his own now. Well, Andreas is still there. Martha, I don't remember Martha. Wojlav? Oh, he was the priest, wasn't he? Let's go talk to Wojlav. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Magdalene. Martha. Hey, Magda. Andreas. Morning, Magdalene. Let's do a little lap of the town. Oh, hello. Oh, hey again, Mags. Are you serious? I just told you not to call me that. And what are you all doing out here? Don't you have better things to do? What business is that of yours? Not me. All my work's done, Mags. What do you care? It's not like you've got important work to do. What do we do? Who is Magdalene? Was she the printer's daughter? Judging by the text, I think so. So let's say that she helps maintain the printing press. I keep the press running for my dad, and I work with Baltas on his inventions. That seems a little more important than standing around the commons in the middle of the day. Baltas's inventions are stupid. Doesn't seem like something a girl should be involved with, if you ask me. Right. No one did. Calm down, Mags. You're going to get a reputation. Too late to worry about that. She already has a reputation. Okay, well, I don't see Mags as a flirt. Possibly a good haggler. I don't want it to be a snoop. She's either going to be a bit prickly in conversation, I think, or good at a strong negotiator. Well, let's do that. Let's say she's good at running a curry business. You said that before, and it doesn't make any sense. I bargain like a man. What does that even mean? Well, what it sounds like. You're still mad at me because I convinced Gret to give me her last pretzel on Friday. Let it go. Easy for you to say when you got the pretzel. All right, we got it. Lay off. Did you get those things your dad wanted? Oh, that's right. No, not yet. Hopefully I can just drop them off and start my reading for the day. Reading? What book's so important that you need to get back for it? Magdalene can't speak any foreign languages other than Italian, but she can read a little of almost all of them. Volksbücher. Magdalene is familiar with the most popular common books of the day. Assorted trivia, almanacs, common knowledge, and scatological stories. Reformation. Magdalene has read a wide range of contemporary books on the Reformation account. Maybe this one. I mean, she's going to have, as the printer, I think he was kind of printing fairly pulp fiction type books, wasn't he? So yeah, let's say she's good with a lot of that sort of thing. Melusine? Esther sent it to me from Prague. Is that about the snake woman who takes off all her clothes? Sort of, but no, not really. Or at all. Oh, does it have any pictures? Right, oh, let's see. Calm down, I'm not showing you lecherous dogs anything. Don't you read all sorts of books about trees and birds and whatever? Yes, trees and birds and whatever, that's right. People are finally writing down what they see in nature instead of copying something a Greek imagined centuries ago. Do you have any books on frogs? What? Never mind. Wait, Oates, aren't you supposed to be at the rat house too? You're on the council. Sure, but it's pointless without your dad's plans. Hurry up and get them. I'll see you there. Alright, like I said, we're going to do a little tour around then. I can smell the anise on the breeze. It reminds me of when I was little. Dad always brought anise cakes from Gret to help soothe my stomach when I was ill. So, oh, the baker, he got killed, didn't he? He was the one who got shot by Mueller, the miller. Which if you speak German, it's probably like saying Miller, the miller. So I guess Gret's running, his wife's running the bakery now. Bless you, Magdalene. Who have we got? Got Carl, who was quite young, I think. Good day, Mistress Druckerine. The Rat House. God, yeah, it looks pretty impressive now, it must be said. The Rat House is the biggest building in Tassing. Baltus's clock took ages to build and place. So let's go and see Baltus then. He's obviously still here. Gnaziu. Balthazar, what's this? Balthazar's workshop. I wonder if we can do another lesson soon. Magdalene! Yes? The cinnamon I added to the beer is perfect. Cinnamon, doesn't that come from Ceylon? Yes, a great cost. Oh, never mind that. The copper pots you helped me pipe are part of the process. Oh, I thought it was something more serious. Magdalene! Making beer is quite serious. Anyway, it's for the Christmas celebration. Oh, I suppose you don't have much time left. Quite right. The wheel of time stops for no man. But it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. Jesu Christu aka taru fastatu. Jesus Christ, he was the money can do everything. Problem? Of course not, it's your money. Anyway, I'm quite excited about it. Clearly. Yes, such alchemy is not normally my strong suit. And for all of Gnaziu's complaints about the cost, the base rye we're using is free. Really? Yes. The farmers had so much rye this year, they just couldn't use it all. Gret made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? Yes, why not? Thank you. I'll talk to Gnaziu then. Ciao, Magdalene. I'm going to talk to Stolz, I suppose, for what it's worth. Really can't go upstairs now. Alright, well, he's not in. Assuming he's still around. I think we'll go in the rat house later. I think that's probably going to be something we need to do. So let's leave that for now. Go and see the stonemasons. We've got Agnes. Good morning, Magdalene. Getting on a bit now. Any sign of stonemason? Maybe he's not around anymore. Maybe he's somewhere else. Church and Druckers. Well, we've been there. But the Druckers, I think, is our house, isn't it? So that's So let's go in there this time. Yeah, we don't want to sleep right now. There's the printing press. What's this? The Rat House mural sketches. I think this is what my dad wants. I think these are all of the plans. What is this part of the plans? Ooh, stop. Huh. What an odd colour. I don't think we even have an ink like this. At least I don't think we do. Well, whatever, I'll bring it just in case. Alright, I better get these over to the rat house. We go upstairs. Another bedroom up here. Empty at the moment.
I don't understand how we're still arguing about this. These murals should depict the truth. What we know is the truth.
I don't think it's so simple, Klaus.
You afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon. I don't know. I'm tired of arguing. I just want us to look nice and show what happened. Magdalene, thank you for bringing...
What's his voice doing?
Magdalene, thank you for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed where talking has failed. I'm done arguing with him. I'll see you at home for supper.
It's all right, Magdalene. We don't need to see the drawings. It's not that we don't understand what he's trying to do. I didn't realize we had upset him so much.
Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. For all the good it did us, he hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress?
Magdalene, could you speak to your father? Help him see things from our point of view. Father Thomas, I don't even know what you're all arguing about. What is your point of view? Oh, Klaus has strong, very strong opinions on how the history of Tassing, of Kersau Abbey, should be portrayed.
And those portrayals may upset some of our neighbours. Isn't the real concern that it's going to upset the Lord? Isn't everyone really worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorialised on the wall? You keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think I do. Not entirely.
Well, what do you think, Jorg?
I know I'm not the smartest man in the room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. It doesn't feel right to ignore what happened to him, what happened to Otto. Look, you all knew my dad. I never had the chance. I don't want to make the people in this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. None of us do, but maybe there's a way to tell this story in a way that's true without upsetting anyone.
So it's all very complicated, you see, Magdalene. Try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a little less inflammatory. I don't think it's as complicated as you all think.
We need to come to an agreement or call off the mural entirely.
He's been wanting to paint this mural for years. You can't tell him no all of a sudden.
Then help us, Magdalene. Your father will listen to you.
Fine, but only say he can paint it, not on account of you're bickering like children. Now I'm going back home. This mess has already taken up too much of my day already. Oh, we've got a new type of clock now, because we've got a new clock in the town square. That's pretty cool. There's a 24-hour clock on the outside, I think. I have to work that out. I think it's 5 p.m.
Magdalene, thank you for bringing the drawings to the rat house. I'm sorry it was a waste of time. Those men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. Then they talk and talk and talk. Then they all talk all day and we're never any closer to doing a decision. I'm sick of it. Sick of the whole thing.
They'd probably stop arguing if you just proposed something more predictable.
Yeah, of course. Then what's the point of doing it? I've spent my whole life illustrating and printing other people's stories. For the first time, I feel like this is my story to tell.
I didn't know it was so important to you.
We hear all of these stories about what this place was, how it came to be. It feels like history is something that happened before. It happened to other people. But 18 years ago, we lived through something, you and I, everyone in Tassing.
So it's been 18 years.
Everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen.
You don't.
No, I don't. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. So afraid that I'd lose you, I wouldn't have been able to bear it. In the end, so many people died anyway. Peter and Ulrich and Andreas and all of the others. And we lived.
Dad, everyone says that it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others had fought, you would have died. I would have died.
Maybe I could have stopped him from going to the mill. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we'll never know.
Is that what this is about, this mural?
It's a chance to put something down in a place where everyone can see. If people start to forget, this will remind them. We were here. This happened. If I don't do it, who will?
You're right, Dad.
I wish the men in that rat house saw me the way you do.
One way or another, you'll figure it out.
I hope so. All the arguing has left me beat. I'm going to bed early.
Alright, I'm going to stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther.
Good. Please say hello to her from me.
And her parents. I know, Dad.
Good night, Magdalene. I love you.
I love you too. All this running around has left me tired too. It'd be nice to sit down at my desk and just write for a while. Where is her desk? Is it over here? Nope. Here it is. All right, where to begin? Ah, I should write to Esther. Dearest Esther, hope you and your family are well. Dad sends his regards to your parents, like usual. I spent the last few days collecting oak galls with Sister Gertrude. I don't suppose you had the chance to do that in Prague. Sister Gertrude has been teaching me how to grind them into a smooth ink. It's difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere in Bavaria. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. Oh, did I mention? Dad started a new project. He's painting a mural of Tassing's history in our new rat house to memorialise the revolt. The whole thing has me thinking about my own family history, past, present and future. The printing shop has been in the family for years. I'm looking forward to taking it over. Of course, Dad will keep running it until he can't pull the levers anymore, but I'll take over sooner or later. If I inherit the shop, I won't have to get married either. Christ, you would not believe how annoying Utz is. I think his mum is under the impression he's been courting me. Can you imagine? And yes, before you break the nib off your pen, I will come and visit you in Prague, I promise. I'll try to make time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Dad's been busy with the rat house mural, so I've taken it over in the workshop. I've taken over in the workshop, sorry. I'm sure it will be a sight to behold once it's finished. Write back to me soon. All my love, Magda. So I would think that is 8 p.m. Go back to bed. Alright. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Yeah, I don't think at this point there's no real reason to stay up.
Ah!
Dad? Dad?
Magdalene.
Dad! Hang on, I'm coming. You've fallen down the stairs or something. Oh, God. Dad!
Magdalene.
What's happening? Are you alright? You're bleeding.
Someone came into the house. They hit me over the head.
I'll go get Dr. Stoltz. Try not to move, Dad.
Magdalene, it's not safe. Whoever attacked me.
The wind is too deep for me to take care of on my own. We need Dr. Stoltz.
Magdalene, be careful.
I will. I'll be right back, I promise. "6 a.m.
Do you know why anyone wanted to attack you, Klaus? No, maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. Are you sure you didn't see a shadow and hit your head on the printing press? Come on, Jörg, you saw the workshop. Someone was looking for something.
A burglar in Tassing? That's preposterous.
Well, if it wasn't an attack, what was it? Enough, it was a deliberate blow to the head, unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. No, of course not.
No.
As I thought. Truthfully, Klaus, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury. Magdalene, you'll need to help take care of your father.
I will, whatever I need to do.
Good. Of course, the mural will have to be called off now. Klaus, you absolutely cannot get out of bed. No, it has to be done. This is too important. Just give me some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait?
Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't even been able to agree on what the mural should be.
Indeed, it might be best to abandon the entire idea.
With respect, Father Thomas, you are not on the council.
Yes, just offering an opinion. I can paint the mural. What, Mags? Quit joking around.
Well, I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big?
I'm old enough to run the print shop by myself, and Dad trusts me to illustrate the books. Isn't that enough?
Painting a mural this large and complicated will take a lot of skill and expertise.
So?
Well, so that's why we're having your dad make it. He's been making art forever. I agree with Paul. Klaus needs home care. You're best suited for that, Magdalene, not a mural.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, well, are you sure you're up for it? Physically, I mean.
It's quite demanding. You'd be up on a scaffolding and could fall.
You're not listening to me. I've been doing this work for years. I know what it takes. Dad knows what it takes. Do you? I can do it, Dad.
Oh, if you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, the hell with a lot of you.
Klaus!
You don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again.
All right, I say we let her.
Doesn't look like we have much of a choice. Very well. All right, Magdalene, you can do it. But you still need to talk to us about what you're doing, all right?
Fine, but I'm taking Dad's ideas into account.
Well, we'll figure it out. Thanks, Magdalene. Rest up, Klaus. I'll do my best, Jörg.
Oh, no, that wasn't his voice.
Magdalene, just a moment.
Yes? What is it?
Your father is lucid right now, but his injury is severe. His current demeanor is misleading.
What are you saying?
Magdalene, there is damage to his brain. He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. But he's not going to survive.
Can't we take him to see a surgeon?
No, he can't be moved in this condition. In fact, he shouldn't move at all. Even if he could, I don't think the finest Italian surgeons would know how to deal with trauma like this.
So he's just going to die? And there's nothing I can do about it?
You can make him comfortable and you can enjoy the time you have left. The time will run out before long.
Alright, 12 hours goes just like that, 6 p.m. Dad needs to be able to see the mural in its finished form. But I don't know how much time he has left. Werner said it could be a few months or... Oh, God protect him. I'll pick up where Dad left off. He wanted me to paint the history of Tassing, from its earliest days to the revolt. I'll start with the earliest part of Tassing's history, the pagan tribes and the Romans. Then I'll move on to the founding of the Abbey and Tassing's saints. After that I shall find a way to represent our recent history. Depicting the revolt is important to Dad. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. Dad said the library in Kearso had those records. He was going to write to the last prioress to see if she had any information. I should write to her now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, where to begin? Dad told me the last prioress at Kearso knew something about the old history of Tassing. He said she became the abbess of a convent in Bologna. Mother Illuminata? Yes, at Santa Margherita. I should write to her. Oh wait, we'll remind... Yeah, well, a reminder of what she did here. I'm the daughter of Klaus Drucker, Magdalene. We are printers from Tassing. You were acquainted with my father. He bought many books from the library before that terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural in the Tassing Rat House. It's going to tell the history of our community and of Kearsau as well. We have only legends and folklore since, of course, all of Kearsau's books were destroyed in the fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were here. If you know anything about the early history of the abbey itself, we would also be glad to hear of it. We would appreciate any help you could give us, and we hope you are well. My father always spoke highly of you, especially how you cared for the library and its books. God bless you, Magdalene. If I want to finish the mural before Christmas, I should start planning tomorrow. I should head to bed and get as much rest as I can. Okay. I'm going to have a look over here. There's anything else happening over here. Go and check on Dad, maybe.
Magdalene.
Hey, Dad, how are you feeling? Can I get you anything?
No, I'm fine. You go on.
Alright, I'll come back and check on you later. Alright. I guess we're going to bed. Why are we sleeping for so long? Wake up! Reich's postman.
Mistress Druckerine, I have a few letters here addressed to you. Take care now.
Thank you, sir. Mother Illuminata wrote back to me. I hope her response helps me paint the mural. Mistress Druckerine, thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. I remember you both, as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother. God keep their souls. While we did have some books that discussed Tassing's past, it's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbours believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tillman Kreutzer, read about the history of the town. Old Till. I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows some of what he learned. I should also say that it is not true that all of Kearsau's books were destroyed by the fire. Andreas Maler managed to save some from the flames. God rest his soul. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloguing and preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Even so, this topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death at Kearsau, the murder of Baron Rothvogel. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of Historia Tassiae, a comprehensive chronicle of your home. I had forgotten about it until now, because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in the days and weeks that followed. It troubles me now because I recall that the late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of Historia Tassiae shortly before he died. He never accounted for either book's whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere else in the library and went up with everything else. Perhaps Ottilia Kemperin took it from the Baron after the murder. By my understanding, she had difficulty reading. I can't imagine why she would have taken it. Then again, only God knows what she did and why she did it. Miklaus Harberl, the Baron's manservant, believed that it may have been stolen by the town thief, Martin Bauer. Martin is still alive, I would ask him if he knows where the book is. Hopefully he didn't trade it for a mug of beer on his way out of Tassing. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows where the book wound up. As for the history of the abbey, I fear that was also lost in the blaze. However, as sacristan, Prior Mathieu learned a great deal about the subject. I've not kept in contact with him, but I know he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. He is no longer a Benedictine, but uses his family name, Faucigny-Sceaux. If you write to him soon, your letter may reach him before the snow covers Valais. Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend to the abbey in its better years. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will toward anyone from Tassing. I pray that you have seen better days since that night, and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless you as well. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita. Oh, Esther wrote to me as well. My dear Magda, my parents were glad to hear from your father. Please tell them they wish to hear from him soon. Speaking of printing, your ink was well received indeed. I've made several prints with it. They look lovely on the wall. Elisha has taken to making his own ink from scraps he found around the house after he saw yours. Mother was furious when he spent several pfennigs trying to find lapis at the market. She set him scrubbing the floors for it. Took him 3 days. I'm glad you're keeping busy, even though it keeps you from visiting. Father says we'll have room whenever you decide to make an appearance. And if you do take over the shop in Tassing, you'll have to make visits to Prague for supplies. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet someone here. I've made a good match too. There's a young man at the synagogue, Simond, who caught my eye. His father is a doctor and his brothers have all gone to university as well. I'd quite like to marry him. Anyway, I hope this Otz fellow and his mother don't give you too much trouble. You really ought to give men a chance, Magdalene. They can be quite sweet. At least the ones in the city here are. Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We'll have to come and see it when it's finished. Blessings, Esther. After I'd Esther back tonight, I should head home and check on Dad. Okay. Hey, Dad, how are you feeling?
Magdalene. Sitting upright is still a struggle, I'm afraid. The dizziness makes my stomach turn, so I'd rather not eat at the moment.
Are you sure I can bring up something light, like milk or broth?
No, I can't stomach anything just yet. But tell me, where are you off to?
I need to get started on the first part of the mural today, the old history. Mother Illuminata didn't know much about Tassing's early history, but she did give me a few places to start. I'm going to ask Black Till if his grandfather told him any stories. Who's Black Till? I don't often do this, but I will look this up. I haven't seen him yet. Oh, okay. Okay. If his grandfather told him any stories. Illuminata said he used to read about the Romans.
Mother Illuminata, Magdalene.
Right, yes, Mother Illuminata.
Young Kreutzer has mentioned those tales from time to time, yes. He comes by to borrow books now and then. Usually when he's found some interesting old ruin out in the fields. You might ask him about that. Il Peter's always harumphed about how no one paid attention to the old ways anymore too. I'm sure he'll have some stories to tell about old Tassing. You might want to stop to talk to him.
I didn't think of that. Thanks, Dad.
Of course, Magda. It's nice to feel useful, even if I am stuck here in bed.
Nonsense. I'm just glad you're awake.
You might talk to Smokey, too. The old charcoal burner seems to know more about what's in the woods around town than anyone else. That, and he's a known gossip.
He's always been kind to me when I chat with him. I'm certain he'll know something about the ruins.
You may hear something worth a while at any rate.
I'll go talk to him. What about the ruins or the mines? I can't just use books and stories alone. I want to explore whatever is left over from the Romans and before. The salt mine and Roman ruins are the oldest parts of Tassing, and so it only makes sense to see what they left behind.
You day after your mother. She was always thorough in her research.
You always said that's what good artists do, Dad.
Be careful, all right? I know the twins mess around near the salt mine, but I don't want you getting hurt. I don't know why Yoro doesn't keep them in line. Always making trouble, those two.
This happens when you name your kids after pagan gods instead of saints, I guess.
Oh, don't start that, Magdalene, or I might expect you to join the Poor Clares. Don't forget your other chores while you're running around town, all right? We still have a household to run.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll get everything done.
Oh, that's my girl.
I better get going if I want to do all of that today. I'll see you later, Dad.
Oh, good luck, Magdalene.
Right, so we're not solving a murder this time. We're kind of solving the town's history. We've got some old fogies to go and talk to. We've got Martin to go and accuse of stealing a book. Maybe we'll start with Il Peter, because he's just up here, isn't he? Who's this? Urts. I don't really want to speak to Urts. Oh, old Till might be in here. Black Till.
God bless you, Magdalene.
God bless you, Till. Do you have a moment?
Of course. What do you need? Oh, it says you've been obsessed with your painting.
I'm looking into the history of Tassing for the first part of the mural. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town.
Ah, fertile fields, that is. Seemed like all potsherds and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. All of Grandad's reading came from the Abbey's library, though, and you know what happened there. Poof, up in smoke.
So you don't have any of his old books?
Only a few. Grandad tried to buy some when the Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. I could show you something better than books.
Evidence?
Something like that. See, we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looks to be an old forge, mountains of salt. Even found a little bear carved from amber.
Where did you find all this stuff?
No, it's not just me. Carl finds things too. Fabian too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out there in the fields under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something.
Where are you keeping these things?
Nowhere, we just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it.
What do you think it all means?
I don't follow.
How do you think these people lived?
Rough, I'd say, but comfortable. We don't find much of their clothes or their houses. They must have rotted. I guess that would mean they were living in huts. But their tools are good quality. If they weren't all rusted to hell, I'd probably use them today.
I don't know why, but I assume they'd live in caves or in the muck.
Oh, they weren't Christians, no doubt about that, but they weren't animals either. I'll say they had it hard, but they got by. Not so different from today, really.
Earlier you mentioned something about salt. Did the pagans start the mine?
Had to have, I'd say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why Tassing was so important to the Romans in the first place. Salt.
So Tassing wasn't just on the Imperial Road, they made the road come through Tassing. Do you think there's anything left of the pagans down there?
I don't know, but anything they left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Magdalene, tell me you aren't thinking of going down there.
What if there's stuff that could help me with the mural?
Magdalene, that mine's hundreds of years old. You could break your neck just getting in there.
It's worth it for the mural. I want to try my best for Dad.
Imagine how your dad would feel if you got hurt.
Hey, look at this. Haggle background. Curious about the daily life of a pagan, dedicated to the mural's success, wanted Dad to be proud. We've managed to persuade Till to help with the mine. Then help me get down safely and he won't have to worry.
Oh, you're bull-headed just like your mother. And your father. Yeah, probably couldn't keep you out of there if I tried.
Please, Till.
No, all right. Don't worry. Don't know how to get down there myself, but I know those twins have got in a time or two. No doubt they have a trick. And Baltus might not be the most reliable man, but I don't doubt he could rig something up for you too.
Thank you, Till.
Nah, don't mention it. I'm serious, don't.
This has been a big help.
I'm glad to spread some knowledge around. Important for folks to know their past. You think all this pagan stuff will make it in the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I found over to the rat house tomorrow if that'd help at all.
Wow, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm glad you're taking an interest, Magdalene. I thought no one cared about the pagans but me and Grandad.
He's nice, Black Till.
I should warn you, if you do head into the forest, keep an eye out for the Lord's men. They're strict, worse now than they used to be.
I'll be careful. Until tomorrow.
Until then.
Oh, he's a nice guy. Thank you, Till. Go to Eva. She was Northern Irish, I think. Hello, Eva. Ah, Magda, darling. Buds isn't here, I'm afraid. That's alright. I can find him later if I need to. I think he wandered off towards the Red House. Something about the council. But if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. That's sweet of him. He's been dropping by the Red House more often as of late. He's quite fond of you. I'm surprised he has any time to visit, though. He's always working on town council business these days, and he's still working at mastering carpentry, too. I suggested a few years ago that he take up an apprenticeship, but he was determined to remain in Tassing. I think he's more comfortable here, even if that means he'll never be the craftsman Otto was. I help him how I can, but there's only so much I know how to do. Besides, I think he feels like he's taking care of me, instead of the other way around. Funny how time does that. I think Dad misses Mum even after all these years. Do you ever miss Otto? Every day. I see him in the little things Utz does, the way he smiles, or how he laughs. Oh, you miss my husband, but I'm proud of Utz. He's grown into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into a husband and father. He'll make a wonderful partner. If he ever grows up, that is. He still acts like a boy half the time. Oh, that's the way of men. The Lord gave them lofty spirits and need to exert themselves. Give it time, Magdalene. You'll see. All men are tempered by marriage. If you say so. Anyway, I'm sure you'll have things to do. I'll let you get back to them. Always good to see you, Magda. You too, Eva. I've got Christina. Probably Black Till's daughter, I guess. Hi, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping Mum. Utz is right. You're really pretty. Huh? He said that? Uh-huh. I heard him in craft. Don't tell. It's a secret. I definitely won't. Aha. You're funny, Magda. Alright. I mean, Oates does seem like a good guy. We won't write him off completely. Maybe we should speak to him. I didn't realise he was Otto's son. I liked Otto. Maybe I should give him a Northern Irish accent. Hey, Mags. Got your way with the mural, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. I'm pretty stubborn when I want to, Oates. Clearly, I'm impressed. The rest of the council's been arguing over the matter for so long, even I couldn't get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. There are plenty of opinionated women in town want to let us join the council. Ha, well, you'd have to take that up with the Lord. Besides, I don't think any of them are as hard-headed as you. You're the exception, Magdalene. You always are. Clearly forgot about Agnes. She doesn't suffer fools gladly. Oh, that's not what I meant. She's not. Oh, never mind. Forget about it. Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. I know I'm on the council. Sometimes it doesn't seem like I have any influence. Oates actually seems insecure about his place on the council. He's always poking fun at me too. Maybe I should remind him... Oh no. I don't like to see him upset. Maybe I should reassure him. You do though, you vouched for me to do the mural in the first place. Only after your dad did. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Being the youngest one on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Baltus and Warren don't think I'm capable. Even Paul has warned me about being too rash. My dad died trying to make a difference in this town. All I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. Sound like my dad. He always said that the council was scared of doing anything important. Ha! Your dad is right. They're all so old and cowardly. I guess they just want to live in peace. But I want something more. Oh, you want to make a difference? Like my dad did? Ah well, better get back to it. See you later, Max. He's nice, actually. Alright. Yeah, we can let Oates court us, perhaps, if that's what he wants. I want to go and talk to Il Peter. Or maybe we'll actually leave it there for today. When we come back next time, we'll get properly into the investigation of the town's history. We'll go into the salt mine, hopefully. Yeah, kind of. Maybe we'll uncover something else about what's going on. I'm sure there's deeper mysteries here. I mean, we did get that note in purple saying stop, so obviously there's the overarching mystery of this, whoever's kind of at the spider at the centre of the web of all these machinations that have been taking place over in town for the last 20 or so years. So yeah, so we'll try to get to the root of everything that's going on. So thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, that would be amazing. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about the game, about the mysteries that I've already mentioned. You know, what do you think's going on here? Just it'd be good to find out. So I hope to see you next time for more Pentiment. Bye for now.